There is a bomber currently in active service with the United States Air Force whose oldest airframes were built before most of its pilots' parents were born. The B-52 Stratofortress rolled off the Boeing production line between 1952 and 1962. The Air Force planned to retire it by the mid-1970s, then by the 1980s, then the 1990s. Each time, the retirement date was pushed back, not because no one tried to replace it, but because everything that was supposed to replace it either cost too much, underperformed, or was canceled outright. In 2026, the B-52 is still flying, and the current plan is to keep it flying until at least 2050. That would make it, at retirement, nearly a century old. No aircraft in history has come close to that record, and the question worth asking is not how the B-52 survived it, is what that survival actually cost. Origin: born for nuclear war. The B-52 was not designed for the wars it would eventually fight. It was designed for one war, against one enemy, using one type of weapon. In the late 1940s, the United States Air Force was building its strategic deterrent around a simple and terrifying premise: the ability to deliver nuclear weapons anywhere on Earth, on short notice, without warning. The Soviet Union was developing the same capability, and the logic of the early Cold War held that the country with the superior long-range bomber force held a decisive strategic advantage. The aircraft that preceded the B-52, the B-36 Peacemaker, was a piston engine giant that could reach Soviet targets, but was painfully slow, vulnerable to interception, and difficult to maintain. The jet age was arriving, and the Air Force wanted a bomber that could exploit it fully. Boeing had been working on jet-powered bomber concepts since the end of World War II, and the design that eventually became the B-52 went through several radical transformations before settling on the swept-wing, 8-engine configuration that would define the aircraft. The first prototype flew in April 1952, and the aircraft entered operational service with Strategic Air Command in 1955. From the beginning, its mission was unambiguous: carry nuclear weapons deep into Soviet territory, survive long enough to deliver them, and serve as the airborne pillar of American deterrence. Strategic Air Command kept crews on ground alert around the clock and even flew airborne alert missions. B-52s with live nuclear weapons in the air at all times for years during the height of Cold War tensions. The B-52 was not just an aircraft. It was the physical embodiment of American nuclear strategy.